Hey, how's it? Another react. Hopefully you've been enjoying. Hopefully you're having a. Don't forget to like, comment, on over to Patreon. Well, that being last episode, really early on, Patrick go out to an illness. I'm coughing and good. Then obviously Beth's get his name as well. It was short lived. And out trying to help Bob out. That still bothers me about caught in that situation. But nonetheless, we move forward. Hopefully, that cough was just something that zoomed in on randomly, and it causes a problem later on. But I'm expecting us to start off right, Patrick. Cells or something. It's gonna be chaotic this first little moment. Looking forward to it. Buckle your seatbelts. All right. I already know. And we leave blocks open. He's in. To go. D block.
I'll look for some stuff you like, too. Why don't you wear your hat anymore?
It's not a farming hat. See you soon?
Pretty soon.
They still don't even.
Dead. Sorry. I've been trying.
Yeah, I know. I'm proud.
Oh, whoa. Oh. Trying to compete. Oh.
I got it! Are you fit? Go! Get out of here! Hold back! Go!
Trying to stop the infection from spreading.
Check all of them! Every cell!
I have to do it now. I want you to bite this.
Oh wait, man, we train now. Oh, we train now. Oh.
Are we clear down here? We're safe!
What you gotta do? Why did I see Herschel in there? Fucking without crutches. No crutch. Carol.
I don't have you. Can you look out for them? Like they're yours?
Heart, right?
Yeah, I can. I will.
Saw a sick boar in the woods.
Pigs and birds, that's how these things spread in the past. We need to do something about those hogs.
Maybe we get lucky. Maybe these 2 cases are it.
Haven't seen anybody be lucky in a long time. Bugs like to run through close quarters. Doesn't get any closer than this.
All of us in here, we've all been exposed.
But to be honest, if they didn't bring these girls out here, there would have been no emotion to. Oh, what up? Another one.
That's how Patrick died.
Judith is in that cell block. She's vulnerable. Anyone that may be sick or even exposed should stay away.
It killed Patrick?
She's gonna be okay. And now that we know what Patrick died from, we can treat it, right?
Don't panic. We're going to figure this out. But we should keep you separated in the meantime.
Your daddy asked me to protect you like you're my own, and I will. It's time someone told you the truth. Honey, you're weak. You lost your nerve. You have to trust your gut, and you have to act fast every time. That's life and death.
Damn, took so long clearing it out.
Not true, Matt. Now this part's starting to give.
Bro, this is a bad episode for these guys.
This part of the fence now.
And it's gonna give. It's gonna give.
Put our hands there. Why we put our hands there? At this point, we gotta get the hell up out of here. Let's see what he has in mind. Oh crap! What are we about to do? Ooh, man.
You should let her. I know you're gonna say it's not up to you, but it can be.
Tell everyone we're having a bonfire.
Dad?
Thank you for telling me.
Drag them out and burn them? Yo, that's apt. Episode number 2 of The Walking Dead. Wow, to go out like that. Somebody's fucking around, you know. Use my language, but somebody's in the group fucking around. Wow, and to think in the summary, it's the last thing that's said there. So, to me, we get this episode started off with somebody feeding the walkers. And although there's only really one suspect that makes sense to be feeding the walkers, the hand didn't really fit the description. It seemed as though it was a man. Could be wrong. I didn't really study it that hard, but it didn't seem like it was Lizzie. So that's the only really suspect that we have here. And so obviously that's a huge issue. Some way, somehow, I think they're saying that the hogs were the reason behind illness that happened. Patrick caught it. You know, obviously it carried over. You know, cell block D, and you know the aftermath was obviously clear. He got in and he took out quite a bit of people. Obviously, some of them turning and helping him out. As chaotic as it was, like now there's an illness that might be even more so, even more deadly than what we were dealing with. They're going to treat it like the flu. But my worry is who took matters into their own hands, drag those 2 bodies out, fire. Who in their right mind did all that? Like that. That's doing the most, man. That's doing the most. And again, it does. I mean, obviously, there's no way it was a little dragged, grown ass fire. That's why I'm saying, like, what was the description we got early on? Because to me, it didn't look like a little kid's hand. Maybe I'm wrong. They don't really give you much. They don't give us much. We can't really see anything. Sit there and think, man, this was a bad episode for. It's been a bad 2 episodes for this group. So I guess apparently Beth was keeping in the last episode a little safety, who got hurt type of thing. Keeping count of how many days they went without that. And it was, 30 days or whatever. And ever since that happened, it's been chaotic. We lost Zach. Patrick got sick at the end. Patrick then went ahead and took out even more of the group. I think that the death for the father of Lizzie and Mika, it wasn't as emotional. We didn't know him as a character, but I think the girls definitely added to that scene. Obviously, Carol bringing them in and sort of letting them say their final goodbyes to their dad. I feel like that added a lot to the scene, because otherwise he was just a Joe Schmo, like he was just a random whatever in the background. So if Carol would have just taken care of him, so that's happening. We also have the whole storyline with Carl seeing Carol teach the other kids how to defend themselves and how to survive and all that stuff and how to use weapons. And Carol just asked him, "Hey man, can you please keep it away from your dad? Like I don't want to not do this. I feel like they need it." And it's true, they do need it. To me, it's not only they need it for themselves, but don't you want everyone around you to be semi capable of doing something to defend you or something? Like that's how I feel. Like if I'm stuck in a situation like this, I want everyone around me, including myself, to be as trained as I can possibly be in case something falls into my hands and I have to make a decision. And so just training the kids to use weapons, I don't see it as a bad thing. Lizzie obviously has a really big issue, like the whole viewing walkers as people and naming them and stuff like that. That could really be a bad thing, especially if they reveal later that it's her feeding them. Like it's bad, really bad. I don't know how you shake it from her. I don't know how you convince her that that's not the case anymore, but it's really bad. It's really screwed up in the head, and I could just see it not ending very well. That whole storyline, Carol trying to teach these girls, and Carol gave her a knife, she took it or whatever. I don't see it ending really well. I really don't. Really, really don't. And then another thing that another person that we didn't see at the end there, I guess there's a few suspects we haven't saw, at the end that could possibly be the ones that dragged those bodies out and burnt them. Bob, that's a name that you can throw out there. Obviously, he may view it as, they're sick. They're probably going to turn. I'm trying to help everybody else out by just burning them. That's cruel, man. That's a cruel act. Whoever did it, that's cruel. Man, that's some. The fact that Tyrese walked in on it, like he must be devastated. But nonetheless, like I kid you guys not, a really great episode. Really impressed at how consistent we've been with these episodes since that second half of season number 2, all of season number 3, and now even the start of season number 4. Like we really hit a crazy stride. The Walking Dead, where it's almost that show that I want to go watch, sit down, start reacting to shows, because It's that damn good, man. It is really that. It's solid throughout. We got a good formula right now. I know it still feels very much like find a place. Place is good for a little bit, leave the place. Find a place, the place is good for a little bit, leave the place. And so I feel like that's, if there's one thing I take away from all these like zombie apocalypse like sort of worlds, it's the fact that like just because today and for the past 2 weeks we've been in a good spot for a while doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be that way for as long as we hope. And so obviously the prison is a little bit like the fences are coming in now, and we got breached through a sickness, and it's really messy right now. And it's so messy that it made Rick have to, you know, in a sense, lace up the boots again and become sheriff, because it's bad, man. Bad. It's very, I don't want to say cold. The way that they went about it, the way that they sort of like Daryl needed to wear masks and gloves, and people were like, they're asking for distance. Like it just feels so much like you have to do COVID stuff. And man, that's sad, man. That is sad. That breaks my heart. Tyree's little finding at the end there, that crushes me. I didn't think that was gonna be a thing at all. I thought that maybe she had dragged herself out because she was coughing up blood and not feeling well. For someone to have done that, and that's cruel, man. That's cruel. Who's feeding these walkers? Who burnt the bodies? Imposter, man. In the group, bro. Like somebody's fucking around. I can't wait to find out who it is. Honest, got no loves for them. No loves. But that's the episode. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. Hopefully, action. Don't forget to like, comment. Head on over to Patreon for the full uncut, unedited reactions over there. With that being said, I will catch you. Thanks so much. Peace.